Hello, everyone. Let's make sure that I'm live. I hit the keystroke. Yes, I am. Hello, everyone. This is Vol for Life 8657.
And I'm Coziest Koala 306.
And tonight, we had promised it. We've promoted it.
Now we're gonna play it.
And now we're going to play it. Hey, look, instead of we came, we saw, we conquered, it's we promise, we promote, we play it. This is Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. GameCube game.
Stream Elements, VOL4LIFE8657 is now live. Streaming Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness.
Oh yeah, it doesn't
tonight,
continue online.
it's Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
So I'm going to go a new game.
Fasten your seatbelts for T's epic journey narrated by Coziest Koala 306.
Let's hope it doesn't overwrite. Bet you it will.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm sorry. Let's give people a chance to get in here because we didn't start early. I like the music in here, though. It's very happy and yet very, what we call bombastic.
Yes.
Happy marching people is what I think of. Entering your name.
Yep, doing that while we're waiting for them to
Yeah, who are you going as? Is this one of those games where the letters are all across instead of instead of a keyboard?
No, they're,
darn
but it's not a keyboard either.
Okay.
It's, if you want to OCR it, you'll see what arrangement the letters are in.
Is it?
That's what I've done, keep going.
I don't know if I like this either.
It's A, B, C, D, E, then a little space, then F, G, H, I, J, and then go to the second level, K, L, M, N, O, little space, P, Q, R, S, T, next line, U, V, W, X, Y, little space, Z, and then next line we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exclamation mark, question mark, the male symbol, the female symbol, and then the next line is 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, and then open quote, close quote, single quote, and closing single quote. And then on the last line, the slash, the dash, some kind of two-dot thing, a comma, and a period, and that's it.
I'm waiting for someone to do this game and go as abused child or something.
You can't, there's not enough characters.
There's not enough character. Well, I just am thinking of all those Final Fantasy names that we've heard about over the years.
I'm ready, but I will wait to hit the done button when we are all ready.
And I can't do any more promotion. Well, I could. I'd have to set my headsets down and get my phone. And, let me send out one more notification. I'm going to set these down. I'm going to scooch over here. So I do not, because I don't want to leave that window. If I leave that window, it's going to go crash. have just gone live, comma, after some technical glitches, period. Come join us! Exclamation mark.
I would have said something like, as we begin the journey of one young Pokemon trainer.
As we begin the journey of one young Pokemon trainer! Exclamation mark. I just have to make sure I've got space too. Too many characters.
No, it was enough.
There it went.
What happened?
I sent the tweet.
Okay, good.
Now we're just waiting for people to show up. And if they don't here in a few minutes, we can start. It's 8:29, so whenever you'd like to start, Lovable.
Here we go.
Here we go, folks.
We begin with a close-up view of the Pokemon symbol, panning away to see a long ocean liner. You see the captain and sailors standing at the helm of the large vessel, which is on open sea. Flying craft, similar to helicopters, surround the vessel, as well as another seaborne thing. A large Pokemon, Lugia, that looks odd, not how it normally would appear, arrives, using a beam to lift the ship into the water, and it carries away the entire vessel using that beam of light, leaving the captain and sailors floating in the middle of the open water. Now we come to an arena filled with ostensibly cheering people There is a large Pokemon, Metagross, across from a dragon type Pokemon that has blue main body and red accents including the wings. That is a Salamence. You are controlling the Salamence. The options are Fight, Item, Pokemon, Given. Choosing Fight. You get 4 moves, and you get an idea of the type of the move, the PP, which is power points, how many times you can use the move. And so I'm going to start, because this Pokemon is on the ground, I'm going to use the move Earthquake, which is a ground type move, so it will be attacked by. There is also Dragon Dance, which it's a power-up kind of move. I don't remember what exactly it does off the top of my head. Dragon Claw, and those were both dragon types. And then there's Brick Break, which is a fighting type. So I'm going to start with Earthquake. So I'm pressing A here. Salamence used Earthquake. And the Pokemon just went down to 0 HP, the other one. The Metagross. And now it faints. Battle is over. Player defeated Sim Trainer Loston. The simulated trainer falls to his knees, and the simulation ends. Alright, Horatio. This will do for today. Yes, sir, that was a well-played battle, Horatio. Your battle skills have improved by an amazing amount. I mean, it was impressive the way you handled that big Pokemon with a plum. You took command of it as if it were the same as your Eevee. Side note, one of my favorite Pokemon. Don't you think it's time that you consider raising other Pokemon besides your Eevee? I stepped away from the terminal where I was standing where the simulation was taking place. There are different scientists and people standing around. I could go ahead and go around and talk to everyone, and maybe I shall in a bit, but I'm going to take us first to the next main plot moment. Hi, Horatio. Have you finished training? Horatio, this is the director's office. Did you want to pay a visit to Professor Crane? Crane, ha ha ha. You don't need to be that stiffly official, Lily. But... oh yes, I've heard the battle coach singing high praises about you, Horatio. I've heard that your battling skills have improved dramatically recently. That's outstanding, Horatio. I sure don't think I'd stand much of a chance against you. I wish everyone wouldn't drown them with such gushing praises all the time. My son and daughter will become spoiled rotten. There's nothing to worry about. Both Horatio and Jovi are wonderful kids. By the way, I don't think I've seen Jovi since lunchtime. Horatio, I hate to bother you, but could you go find Jovi for me? Horatio, I think you already know, but several research projects are in their critical phases at this lab. That's why your mother can't afford to take any time off right this instant. So please, honey, will you go find Jovi for me? And I choose yes. Thank you. I'm counting on you. I don't think she could have wandered off too far, but just in case, check outside too. I'm sorry, Horatio. After 5 long years, this project is finally on the verge of coming together. But for that to happen, we can't do without your mother's expertise. Oh yes, I left a data pad in your room, Horatio. Go check it out. PDA stands for Pokemon Digital Assistant.
GOCU54, hey.
It's a very useful electronic tool. And hello, Goku. A PDA can be used for email, among other things. I'm sure that you'll find its many features useful. It's quite easy to use, Horatio. I'm sure you'll have no trouble figuring it out. Thanks for joining us, Goku.
Absolutely.
Alright, so let's go and get the data pad and look for little sister. I went down to the next level using the elevator. I'm going to the other side of the facility. Oh, there's a box. There are boxes scattered throughout the world. Here we go. It's Horatio's room, but lately his kid sister appears to have the run of the place.
Oh, goodness.
And there's the PDA. And it says, hey, there's something on the desk. And it's flashing sparkly, of course. So I walk up to it, press A. Horatio found a PDA. Horatio obtained the PDA. And now we get that little notification sound. To Horatio, Crane. If you're reading this email, then you must have obtained the PDA. Try out its many features. By the way, Adon was playing hide and seek with Jovi. Why not have a chat with him? So I'm going to go to this box. And it says, Horatio found 3 potions.
Those will come in handy.
Horatio obtained the 3 potions.
Hope you're doing well, Goku.
So typically, my playstyle, I would walk around to every room and talk to every person, see if I get anything interesting. But for the sake of brevity on the stream, I'm going to try to work towards the different objectives without too much detouring, though I can't say that that will always be the case, because sometimes you need to find things and it takes a little while. Alright. Whoa! You startled me! Oh, hi. It's you, Horatio. It's me, Aiden. Adon. And he is, by the way, laying under one of the lab tables in one of the rooms. Adon says, "Are you looking for Jovi? We're supposed to be playing hide and seek right now, but isn't she around anywhere? Well, maybe she's gone off to Dr. Kaminiko's manor." And he's chuckling because because Dr. Kaminico and his assistant are very interesting individuals. So now we have a new location on the map. It says, Adon says, it's a big, weird house southeast of here. Adon continues, Jovi's in our game of hide and seek. I wish she'd find me soon. My back is starting to hurt.
Oh.
Alright. So, now I know the other place where Jovi might be. Oh, someone is approaching me. Hi, Horatio. The lounge is noisy, so I'm going to see what the commotion is about. The TV news just came on, so maybe something big happened. Let's go see. We see a female newscaster with olive skin and dark hair, standing in front, possibly sitting in front of a screen behind her that displays the news network. We bring you ONBS News. Authorities still have failed to find any traces of the cargo ship SS Libra since its sudden disappearance off the coast of Geaton Port. There have been no reports of flotsam that may indicate the ship's sinking. The authorities appeared mystified by the way the ship vanished like smoke. There are reports that numerous Pokemon were on board. Concern is rising over their welfare. Wow, a cargo ship carrying
Ultra Dolphin
Pokemon.
64. Hey Aya, how are you guys today?
We're doing good.
Absolutely. Thanks for dropping in.
Let's see. Wow, a cargo ship carrying Pokemon disappeared without a trace. Is that really possible? I'm finding it a little hard to swallow. So now, the main character knows that something is very wrong indeed. So now I'm heading down, out of the lab and down a set of steps and away from the facility. And that brings me to the map. So I just kind of nudge my stick a little bit and hop to the next icon, which it snaps between the two of them. So, yeah, this is how you do a map. Yeah, it doesn't read, but you know when you've moved from place to place, and it will move you automatically rather than having to find them. Anyway, Kaminico's house. The peculiar manor that is home to the eccentric assistant, the eccentric scientist, Dr. Kaminico. And now Horatio, my character, is on his scooter heading that way. We see gargoyle-like statues of Pokemon, a dark, run-down-looking gothic sort of building. There is an empty fountain in the center of a courtyard. Everything is dark, and you can hear the thunder. I can see the flashing lightning. Everything appears very dreary. I'm approaching the front door. And someone from a distance. Wait! Who goes there?
Ultra Dolphin 64. I've heard of the Colosseum/XD Duology, but I've never played them before. They look like cool and unique games in the franchise. Smiley face. Maslow 1124. Hello Amber and Daryl.
Hello,
Is this
Mike.
accessible for us who are blind play by ourselves?
It's a very old game, so it could
Nightbot,
be hard to
hello.
move around from
Thank
place
you
to
all for
place
tuning into the
to
stream.
find everything.
As a reminder, don't
as for
forget
the
to turn in your
other,
Blitz points for
person-
excellent rewards.
Okay,
The Blitz
man.
points can
I
be
didn't
viewed at the
catch,
bottom of the
who
chat
it was,
panel.
But yes,
It is you, the viewers, that makes the
these
streams
particular
possible.
games. I never played Coliseum,
Again, thank
but
you
I
for
love
viewing,
Gale of Darkness.
and enjoy the show.
And it is a very unique. I love the Ore region. Everyone starts with Eevees, and you get to train them up to be one of the different evolutions. And this story is really unique, and I really like it. That's why I'm sharing it with everyone. Again, Mike, it would be hard to navigate because of obstacles and trying to get from place to place. You must be a burglar. Chobin will put you straight. Don't you move. Chobin is the name, and Chobin is the #1 assistant to Dr. Kaminico. Chobin is the only assistant, so Chobin has to be the #1 assistant. And now we enter a Pokemon battle. Kaminico aide Chobin would like to do battle. He sent out Sunkern.
Ultra Dolphin 64, Eevee. Love the idea of having that as a starter for the branching evolutions.
I know, isn't it amazing? Alright, I'm choosing, for those who can't see the screen, the options here are Fight, Item, Pokemon, and Call. And you use Call in a certain situation in which, say, the Pokemon is confused, and calling them will regain their focus sometimes. So, at least I believe so. It's been a while since I've used that mechanic. So I'm choosing Fight. Our different move options are Tackle, Tail Whip, Bite, and Sand Attack. I'm going to use Bite because I find it to be the most powerful of the different attacks. And it has the possibility to make the other Pokemon flinch. Because they're so, like, not intimidated, but I guess surprised by the attack. So now Eevee used Bite. And we see a giant depiction of purple teeth fly across and sort of chomp on the Pokemon. And the other Pokemon used a move causing the Eevee to lose a little bit of its energy, but it's only a little bit. And I don't want to use all the PP for Bite in case we need it again. So I'm going to use Tackle this time. These different moves have different strengths. The other two moves that this Pokemon has, Tail Whip and Sand Attack. Sand Attack decreases the accuracy of your foe's moves, and Tail Whip, I believe, lowers defense. So now Tackle. Whee! Eevee rolled up into a ball and then rolled and hit the other Pokemon, which fainted. Eevee gained 55 experience points. Player defeated. Kaminico aide Chobin. Chobin lost! Horatio got 150 Pokédollars for winning. You've made Chobin angry now. Even though Chobin lost, you're still not going past Chobin. Huh? Closer observation reveals that the subject is a child. Ergo, the subject is not a burglar. I mean, that's not exactly the best logic, but we'll go with it. Ah ha ha ha! Chobin wishes you spoke up right away. If you looked. You're Horatio. Chobin apologizes for jumping to the wrong conclusion. The door is open to reveal a small girl with with blue hair, who's, well, your character has red hair, by the way. And lots of people in this game have interesting hair colors. Who has two little balls of hair in sort of buns at the top of her head that make her look like she has like mouse ears or something. Oh, big brother! What are you doing here? Oh, Jovi gets it. Big brother, you got lost, didn't you? Sure, sis. Ah ha ha ha! Oh, sorry. Jovi thought so. Big brother, you look dependable, but then you make silly mistakes. This big house is Dr. Kaminiko's. Dr. Kaminiko's job is to make incredible inventions. There's a whole bunch of neat machines like they have at the Pokemon HQ lab. You should come in too, big brother. And she, of course, scampers off. Horatio, you are the girl's older brother? Sometimes she comes here. She wanders around everywhere. Chobin finds it hard keeping an eye on her so that she does not bother the doctor. Oh yes, Horatio, you will have to look at Dr. Kaminiko's inventions. You will, yes? Okay, this way please. Follow Chobin. So, I'm going to lead us inside. There is a room with different banks of monitors and 3 different exits.
Ultra Dolphin 64, loving your descriptions and attention to detail. I played through Pokemon Emerald with my ex, who is blind, and tried my best with audio description. It was fun.
Yes, it's a lot of fun to share the world of Pokemon with people who have been kept out of it. Just because they can't. And have they played Manamon Part 1 and 2? Those games try to give people a taste of what Pokemon is like, and I think they do pretty well, don't you think, Love?
I agree. Though I have not beaten Part 1 or 2.
GOCU54, hey. This is cool. Which Pokemon game is this?
This is Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. It's from the, it's a Pokemon game, I was going to say it's played on GameCube, and it's set in the Ore region, which is not one of the standard ones. It's kind of its own little thing, and it has a really interesting and compelling story. There's a companion game, Pokemon Colosseum, that I've never played. And I used to play the heck out of this when I was a kid. Okay, Chobin will now show you the inventions of the inestimable Dr. Kaminiko. Dr. Kaminiko's inventions, it needs to be said, are #1 in the world. Chobin is full of admiration. Oh? Why does Chobin know that they are #1 worldwide? That needs explaining? In the whole wide world, no one but Dr. Kaminiko would invent such inventions. Therefore, they are #1 in the world, without question. Our Dr. Kaminiko, who is verily great, is inventing in the room there. We pan away to a...
Ultra Dolphin 64, I think she has played Manamon maybe. I also found Crystal Access, an accessibility mod of Pokemon Crystal, and while it isn't perfect, it makes the game mostly playable.
Well, that's good. Did you enjoy Crystal? I never played that particular one. we pan away to a laboratory with a lot of equipment and bookcases lining the lining the walls, and you see Jovi standing at the elbow of a man, presumably Dr. Kimiko, who has very
Ultra Dolphin
tall
64.
white hair.
Never played Crystal but have played the Gen 2 remakes on DS. Solid games.
I really loved X and Y. I thought the fairy Pokemon were kind of, hit or miss. Some of them were really good, some of them were like, eh. But I loved the setting too. And there was a gap when I didn't really play a lot because when they were on DS, the screen was smaller, and I'm low vision myself, so it was harder. And I had a DS XL, but before that came out, it was harder for me to play them because of everything was smaller. Hi, Doctor. What kind of funny machines are you making this time? Jovi wants to know. Uh-oh. The girl is at Dr. Kimiko's side again. Chobin hopes she is causing no disturbance. Anyway, let Chobin acquaint you with just some of Dr. Kimiko's greatest inventions. Let the VCR roll. Ah, that dates this game. VCR.
Yes.
Now, we see on a television screen a close-up view of Chobin's face. And he's speaking, the version of him on the screen. Dr. Kimiko's inventions are #1 in the world. Chobin's choice is this. Ta-da! The unhealthy sandals. The insole is studded with lumpy bumps that fail to stimulate every pressure point in a fabulous way. Keep wearing these and Chobin will guarantee painful feet and chronic worsening of your health. Chobin thinks it is superlative. Okay, that gives you an idea of Kimiko's experiments and inventions. Back to reading the dialogue now. Ah, incredible, is it not? There is much more than that, too. The doctor's inventions, which are fantastic, can be seen on this monitor. Chobin gives you permission to use this anytime you like. So if we ever need to laugh, we may pop back by, watch a crazy video of a crazy invention, and then... Well.
Ultra Dolphin 64, BTW. Don't mean to bog down the pacing too much, but I felt like chatting some. Gonna keep this on while I play some Minecraft. Laughing face.
That's okay. Just try to time your spots when I'm not in the middle of reading a big thing. But I have no problem with you guys chatting in. Have fun with Minecraft. I'm playing actually a game that's similar. It's called Portal Knights, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Watch out for falling off the island, though. What system are you playing on? Actually, Minecraft, that's an Xbox exclusive, isn't it? Or is it on
Ultra Dolphin
as well?
64. Yeah, of course. I've tried to do that.
Minecraft is on Xbox, it's on PlayStation.
Okay,
it
is on PlayStation.
Yeah.
But Portal Knights I've been
hello.
enjoying it.
Thank you all for tuning into the stream. As a reminder, don't forget to turn in your Blitz points for excellent rewards. The Blitz points can be viewed at the bottom of the chat panel. It is you, the viewers, that makes the streams possible. Again, thank you for viewing, and enjoy the show. Ultra Dolphin 64. I'm playing Java PC.
Oh, okay, cool. So, and there's another person standing here who I don't know who that is. So I'm going to approach the doctor and Jovi. see what Dr. Kimiko has to say, shall we? Incidentally, child, how long have you been, have you been here? That's all he has to say. Okay. Let's talk to Jovi now. Hi, Big Brother. This is a funny drawing. It's a really detailed drawing of a really weird machine. Huh? Are you going home already, Big Brother? But you just got here. Oh, Jovi gets it. Jovi has to show you how to go home, right? Okay, that's what Jovi will do. Jovi will take you home. Hey, whatever it takes to get the kid home. Mimi, let's go home with Big Brother. She has a Plusle and a Minun. And of course, the Minun says, Mimi. And it bounces over to her.
Ultra Dolphin 64, adorable.
Yes. Jovi joined the party. Okay, let's move out. Jovi will visit again, Doctor. Bye-bye. So, I was going to head to the door, but Kimiko says, you there, you, child. That area is off limits. Oops, wrong door. And of course, Jovi is following me. So now I've headed back through the entrance. Oh, got an email. So here we go. Second email on the PDA. Have you found Jovi? Is the subject line. Crane. Dear Horatio, you appear to have traveled far in your search for Jovi. Please come back to the HQ lab as soon as you find her. I need your help with something. What is it? What is it? Email from the professor? He wants you to come home quickly? Jovi is worried about letting you go by yourself, Big Brother. So Jovi will go home too. Let's go right now. Again, I'm an older sibling of with one younger sister and two younger brothers, so whatever it takes. So again, on the map, I'm gonna just flick the stick, and we're on the other location. It gets a little more tricky to navigate when there's more places, but at least right now, it's fairly straightforward. And now it says, Pokemon HQ Lab, the Ora region's top research lab that studies Pokemon comprehensively. And now, Horatio rides on the scooter with his sister on the back. We arrive back at the HQ lab. I'm going to take this opportunity to save really quickly. And Lily is standing outside. Oh, hi, Mommy. We're back. Oh, Jovi, haven't I told you not to wander away by yourself? No, Mommy, you don't understand. Big Brother was lost, so Jovi brought him here. If Jovi weren't there, Jovi bets he'd be crying by now, saying he can't go home. Right, Big Brother? Oh my. Jovi, you are such a brave and resourceful girl. But that's quite enough for today. Besides, Aiden must be tired of waiting for you. Oh my gosh! I was in the middle of hide and seek! Okay, big brother. I'll see you later. Bye-bye! And she scampers off.
She's...
Lily turns back to Horatio. Horatio, thanks for finding Joby for me. Oh yes, Professor Crane wanted to see you, Horatio. Go see him right away, please. Before we continue, I'd like some water. With all this voice acting, my throat's dry.
And for those who are interested, I will archive this.
Lapo, could you get the water?
I'll have to put my headsets down.
I know.
And I need to go do something anyway, so...
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to step over the cord here.
That's fine. I should be able to manage that.
For the microphone.
Just let me put the keyboard aside.
And you can, like, put your hand on my shoulder to help balance when you step over.
Guys, I will be right back.
So how's the Minecraft going?
Careful.
I'm fine, I was just putting the controller down. Right there.
Where's your water bottle? Is it back there?
They're both back there.
Okay, cool.
So you can...
That's where I was heading anyway.
Yep.
Ultra Dolphin 64. It's good. I'm trying some build ideas for a server I'm on.
I'll just
Neat.
edit this out.
Bartica? There you go, good girl. Go bed. Go bed. So Goku, how are you doing right now?
mine instead?
No. That's what I was looking at to determine. But no, you didn't.
Okay, I'm coming around.
That's fine. I was actually about to ask you before you did that if you wanted to put drinks in or you wanted to just wait.
I can put drinks in if you want me to. Or do you want me to just wait until the stream is over?
Well, if you put them in now, because we don't have too much longer to go.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to have some water.
Hey, which drinks am I putting in?
Go ahead and do sparkling water. And then we'll have the last two Dr. Pepper tomorrow.
After the stream, I'd like to finish my wings. But that is going to require a dipping sauce.
I can handle that.
I appreciate that. And we have Christmas popcorn.
Yes.
Echo. Set a little soda timer.
Next year, we should get some Christmas popcorn.
Echo. Add 5 minutes to the timer.
Before Christmas. That way we can have it when we're watching our movies. Doesn't that sound like fun? We got a bunch of goodies from Daryl's cousin, Robin.
So far, so good. Excellent. I've still got it.
Okay. That's better. Alright, so I'm going inside. And I don't remember which area of the lab he's in, so I may have to do a little exploring to find him. To find the professor. No, that is Jovi's room. And Jovi's mine is in my room. Let's go up to his office first. And then he'll take us where we need to go next. He's not in his office, so we're going to move on to Jason. That's the lounge. That's where Aiden is hiding.
So everybody's doing good?
No one said anything for a minute. Let's see. No, that's the simulation.
Ultra Dolphin 64. I'm still doing alright.
Good.
Okay, that is someone else. This is also not him. Last time it was finding the triggering event to find Aiden that hung me up. This time I'm having a hard time finding the professor.
Aw. We'll find him.
Oh, Horatio, welcome back. Where have you gone away from? Huh? The director, he went downstairs just a little while ago. Professor Crane did. You didn't bump into him? So, we know he's downstairs. He's probably down here. And I just missed him. Yeah, you have to talk to the other guy first. And then,
He just appears.
yeah. Hi there, Horatio. I've been waiting for you. I wanted to show you the snag machine. Has Aiden said anything to you about the snag machine? We'll just say no. The snag machine is a special device for snagging Pokemon. The two of us, Aiden and I, were developing it, and now it's finally finished. I'd like to begin testing it immediately. Horatio, will you help us? Yes, of course. Okay, step inside, please. And he walks over to Aiden. I should tell you, the snag machine is an outrageous piece of work. After all, it's used for stealing Pokemon from another trainer in battle. But we didn't make this to steal Pokemon indiscriminately from trainers. Horatio, you've heard of Shadow Pokemon, haven't you? They're Pokemon that have been turned into fighting machines after having their hearts closed by artificial means. They're to be pitied. We developed the snag machine to take back such modified shadow Pokemon. Why this machine is needed now, I can explain later. But for now, I'd like you to test our snag machine. After all, you're the best trainer at this lab. The snag machine is inside this case. Try equipping it right away, please. And he steps aside. And I'm able to move. I go to the case. And it shows a device that goes down his arm. There's a hand piece and a shoulder piece, and there's light flashing along a wire connecting the two. And I believe there's also another piece, but I didn't see that. Aiden says, now wow, it fits you perfectly. It looks cool too, Horatio. I'll also add a new feature to your PDA. It's called the Shadow Monitor. It lets you check data on the shadow Pokemon you've encountered. Horatio obtained the Shadow Monitor feature. And it flashed up the menu of the PDA for a moment, so we were able to see it. Thank you, Aiden. There, that's it, Horatio. That's spot on. From here on, it will be a lot easier to just show you how it works in practice rather than trying to describe it. Let's go upstairs to the battle sim room. To the battle system room. Whoops, how silly of me. I almost forgot to give you these. In order to use the snag machine, you need at least one Pokeball. So, I'll give you these. You obtained 5 Pokeballs. Pokeballs aren't used in the OR region, so we import them from another region. Okay, now we're set. Let's hurry over to the director. They have their Pokemon with them generally at all times. Though when you're traveling, it's a little inconvenient to have a whole party with you, so that's why most regions employ the use of Pokeballs. And you hear a bunch of footsteps outside. Ah! What's going on? What's going on? Who are you people? Says Crane. And I have a chance to move. I move to the doorway. You see the assistant standing there. It's terrible, Horatio. Some strange men came barging in and took off with the director. I can move again, so I run outside. And you see all the people in Pokemon who were standing idly outside doing whatever are all unconscious. 3 people are struggling, 3 people are standing here all in full suits that hide their identities, and one larger man is holding Professor Crane, who is struggling with his arms behind his back. Will you let go of me? Where do you think you're taking me? I'm taking you to your new lab, Professor. What? My new lab? Move it. We don't have any time. If you don't want to get hurt, hustle yourself into the car. You people, what are you? Now I can run over. Huh? What is it, punk? You're going to play hero and try to stop us? I don't know. I don't show mercy to anyone, not even kids. Spy Naps would like to battle. You see a screenshot of Professor Crane being restrained, and the other trainer sent out Teddy Ursa. The headpiece of the snag machine had a little visor come out over one of his eyes, and it detected that there was a shadow Pokemon. Crane says, Horatio, the aura radar is responding. That's a shadow Pokemon. Hurry, Horatio, hurry! Throw a Pokeball at it. And Teddy Ursas are so cute, by the way. No, poor Teddy Ursa. So, I'm going to, per his instructions, go to the item thing, select Pokeball, choose use, oh, I can choose the target, haha, and target the Teddy Ursa. glowing Pokeball appears in his hand and throws it. It encapsulates the Teddiursa in light, falls on the ground, rocks once, twice, 3 times. Gotcha! Teddiursa was caught. Player defeated Spy Naps. Naps. That... what was that? My shadow Pokemon. Was it a snag? Horatio got 165 Pokédollars for winning. Teddiursa joined your party. Kid! What is that machine on your arm? Sorry, Kid, what is that machine on your arm? Could it be a snag machine? What the heck is that doing here? Says another. Nap says, that's big news. Come on, move. I need you to report this to headquarters. Like now. So the 2 slider figures run off, and the larger figure continues to hustle Professor Crane into the vehicle. The door closes with everyone inside, and it speeds away just as Horatio reaches it. And the screen fades to black. Everyone is standing in a circle. Aiden, Lily, Jovi, who is weeping, and Horatio. They took the professor away. Don't cry, Jovi. I'm sure Professor Crane will be okay. We've contacted the police and the proper authorities about Professor Crane. They should let us know if they discover anything. I still can't believe that this is happening. Professor Crane predicted that someone will again try making shadow Pokemon. His prediction was on the mark. Horatio, the Teddiursa you snagged probably isn't the only shadow Pokemon that was made. When the purified chamber is completed, we will be able to save many shadow Pokemon at the same time, but Professor Crane is crucial to this project. Without him, there's nothing we can do. We focus on Lily. Her head is down, her eyes downcast. She closes them briefly. Let's complete it. We'll finish the purified chamber ourselves. Lily, the director's not here. It's hopeless. There isn't any possible way to get it done. You're on the verge of finishing. This isn't the time to feel sorry for yourself. The Purified Chamber project got this far not just because Professor Crane was here. We got here because we all worked as a team. Having come this far, it would be wrong to stop now. Our pride as scientists is on the line. Let's finish the project as one. Things will get very busy around here. I'll go upstairs and check how the data processing is progressing. And Lily strides away. Now, I'm going to have Horatio head upstairs to follow his mother. This basic data should be fine now. Keep going with it, she says to a scientist seated at a computer. Horatio, you came at the right time. May I get you to run an errand for me in Geatonport? We've ordered a special machine part for the Purify Chamber from the part shop. And now, we have a new map marker. Geatonport is due south from here. It's not far, but be careful. Jovi knows the parts shop. It's next door to Emily's house. Mommy, can Jovi go? Jovi wants to help everyone. Jovi, I appreciate your offer. I know you want to help, but it's an important component. Okay. Jovi, you're a member of the lab's staff too. You may go if you take Horatio with you. Dear, would you mind going with Jovi? Okay, Mommy. Big Brother is Jovi's assistant. You have to listen to Jovi, Big Brother.
Oh, God.
Jovi joined the party. Off we go to Geatonport. Horatio, Jovi, both of you, be very careful, please. I'm counting on you too. Now we step out of that room, go through the director's office, go down the elevator. Swing around the receptionist's desks. Follow the path to the stairs. And someone steps outside. It's Aiden. Hey, Horatio, Jovi, where are you two off to? He approaches the pair. Jovi is on an important trip to Geatonport. Big Brother is Jovi's assistant. Huh? Horatio's your assistant? You must be confident with such a good assistant, Jovi. Anyways, Horatio, could we ask you to hold on to that snag machine and use it? There may be other shadow Pokemon out there. If you spot one, rescue it from the criminals. I'll make approaches to the authorities and other people to have Pokeballs available for sale at shops. There's more. I wanted to give these to you, Horatio. You obtained Crane Memo 1, Crane Memo 2. They're documents on shadow Pokemon that Professor Crane and I compiled. Please read them. And now, we are on the path leading away from the lab. And I'm going to hit the save button and we'll resume not next week, but the week following. Alright, your progress has been saved. And we're about to head to Geatonport next time.
I hope that all of you have enjoyed tonight's stream. We've had a lot of fun putting this together.
And thank you all for watching, and I appreciate you guys keeping the chatter down. It's been good to be able to share this story with you guys, and we're gonna archive it so that other people can see it too.
Ultra Dolphin 64, thank you. This was great.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Okay. Ultra Dolphin. We're also going through Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets on alternate Wednesdays. That'll be next week. If you're interested in dropping in on that as well. We do that at 7 our time. 7 Eastern time, I should say. Stop the stream though?
Yes, I am. I just want to say, again, thank you all for coming and give a brief rundown of what we've got going on. Tomorrow is probably not going to be a Farming Friday, so we'll have to figure out what we're going to do there. We may try to do another farm, but it all depends on the technical issues with Stardew, because we can't seem to maintain a connection even though we're on the same freaking network. Go figure. But we'll try to do something tomorrow.
We could do a Football Friday, or you could do a Flying Friday.
I might do a Flying Friday. Saturday is, of course, going to be our Sims stream. We are continuing with Leo's stream, our Leo's scenario with him and Summer.
Yes, that's our viewer Leonia Universe.
Yep.
They are working through different differences in the engaged in conflict scenario.
Oh, yes. If you ever thought a grilled cheese was something to shirk your head at, just look at this scenario.
Shake your head at?
Yeah,
You said jerk.
Yeah, sorry. Sunday, there isn't anything planned, but that really... I keep that day open in case I decide not to stream, but it also gives me the license to stream. So, we'll see. Monday is, of course...
Maslow1124. Have a good one.
Thank you, Mike.
Take care, Mike.
Absolutely. You take care.
It was a pleasure having you.
Monday is, of course, Monday Sports Madness. And we're back to MLB in the rotation. Tuesday is going to be Tea Time Tuesday. Wednesday is going to be Wizarding
Tea Time
Wednesday.
Tuesday, we might do 23. The PGA Tour 23. That Mike actually gifted us.
Yes, he did.
Well, gifted Daryl. And try to see if we can improve on that.
Results are not varied. I can tell. Our results are varied. I can tell you that much.
And then, as he said, we will have Wizarding Wednesday.
And then next Thursday, I will get to figure out what I'm going to stream.
Maslow1124. Yeah.
I will definitely get to. I will get to figure out what we're going to do for next Thursday. So, for the lovely Coziest Koala 306, who did all the wonderful narration and voice acting and all those things.
It was a real joy to do.
This is Vol for Life 8657 signing off.